We finally got information for the brand new MyPlayer Builder on NBA 2K25. And in today's video, we're going to take a look at everything. We're going to listen to the interview with Zach Timmerman, who's one of the main guys who does the MyPlayer Builder. We're going to read over the Courtside Report. We're going to cover everything all in one video. So let's get started, man. Let's go. Now, we're going to start things off by showing the key highlights from the interview with Zach Timmerman, where he talked about the MyPlayer Builder, and then I will meet with you guys afterwards so we can read over the Courtside Report.
When you're building your MyPlayer, you're not just building a legacy this year, you're also building a dynasty for your team. And we understand this is a very integral moment, a very important decision. And so we put a lot of time into ensuring that the various paths that we have in the builder are going to allow all walks of our gamers to be able to make the player that they want to make. Builder, where you just have so many options, changing your position, changing your size. You can articulate through every single one of your attributes and get to right where you want to go with your builder, all while you can see the various perks that your player is eventually going to be equipped with. Ultimately, it's the builder where somebody who wants to mess around with the thousands of possibilities can eventually make the build that they want to. We also have our pro build making veterans that have been playing the game for a long time. They're probably going to want to jump in there as well. There's also another group that wants to jump in there to try to make a unique build that nobody else in the world has made. Takeovers back in a new way this year. We have 70 takeovers and 14 special abilities. In the builder, you can see which takeovers you qualify for. Once you get into My Career, you can swap your takeovers in and out. They all have attribute requirements that determine whether or not you're able to equip these takeovers. Once you get into the game, you're going to see your takeover meter. There's 5 levels to your takeover, and it's kind of like 5 levels of hotness. Once you hit level 5, the special ability turns on, and that allows you to kind of dominate the game for a short period of time.
Okay, 70 takeovers. What are some of your favorites?
I think the one that I've been gravitating towards the most is barbecue chicken. If you're a hoop head, you know what that name means. It means you're about to put somebody in the post and turn them into a rag doll. It boosts throughout the levels of takeover. It boosts your post control, your shot close, and your strength. And then when the special ability turns on, it turns on deep post bag, which essentially allows you to completely dominate the post, again, for a short period of time, in shots, back downs, every post move you can think of. So it's a lot of fun for somebody who likes to play in the post. This year we have 40 badges. They're a lot more all-encompassing than they have been in the past. Each one of them has a larger impact. And so we're really happy with the badge allotment that we have right now. We feel like we've hit every part of basketball that's important. And ultimately we're accentuating everybody's play style for these badges.
One other thing I want to talk about is badge progression.
Badge progression is basically how often are you using your badge. The more often you use the badge, the faster it's going to progress. Ultimately though, if you don't use your badge this year, you won't regress, which I'm sure our fans are pretty happy about.
So it sounds like badges are completely reworked this year in 2K25.
Yeah, so this year we introduced a new level of badge called Legend. It's a level above Hall of Fame. It's pretty difficult to get. You have to raise your attributes pretty high, but ultimately, you know, it really allows you to dominate in that area of the game.
Zach, I'm excited. Can't wait to get my hands on the builder. Thanks for all the new details.
All right, so now we're going to read over this Courtside Report. This was posted by 2K. This is going over My Player, My Career, badges, and Takeover. Now, for the sake of this video, we're not going to really touch too much on the My Career side of things. We're really just going to talk about the My Player Builder, badges, and Takeover, because that's kind of what we specialize on in this channel. So obviously, you can create your own build as expected in the My Player Builder. This is just like NBA 2K24. Obviously, a couple differences here and there. One big thing, if you guys haven't found out yet, there's a new badge level called Legend. These are these red badges right here. So you can upgrade your badge all the way up to Legend. It's a new badge that is above Hall of Fame, which I think is really, really interesting. So community builds, this is just going to be the community build templates. If you guys don't know, I was a person that got a community build. Mine was actually the first center build for community builds on 2K24, because mine was the first center build on season 2, which was when they started it. So hey, I'm the OG apparently. So community builds will be coming back. Hopefully your boy will get another one. Zach Timmerman, if you are watching this, you handsome gentleman, if you would like to slide me another community build slot, that would be greatly appreciated. But now moving on to the attribute refresh. In NBA 2K25, we refreshed a handful of physical attributes as well as how you earn stamina. There are now 5 physical attributes in the MyPlayer Builder: speed with ball in the playmaking category, speed, agility, strength, and vertical. Stamina is now earned through the Gatorade Gym workouts. Each player starts off with an 85 stamina attribute rating. Doing a workout adds 2 stamina attribute points regardless of your workout result, and you can do 4 workouts each week. So you can get your stamina up to like a 92 and 93 within the first week. Once any of your My Players reaches a 99 stamina attribute rating, it is permanent. As an added bonus for hitting the gym, if you get at least 3 stars on all 4 weekly workouts, you will receive a temporary turbo boost. Okay, so that's expected. Once you have done all 12 unique workouts in the Gatorade Gym, so this is what, going to take 3 weeks. It's 4 workouts a week, so this takes 3 weeks. Once you have done all 12 unique workouts in the Gatorade Gym, you will unlock Workout Warrior, which gives you 99 stamina, a permanent turbo meter boost, and all of your unlocked body types across all new and existing saves. That's great. That is great. Now I can actually get body types on my builds now. All I had was just slight and solid on everything. In NBA 2K24, the acceleration attribute determined your dribble launching and off-ball movement. In contrast, NBA 2K25 dribble launching is now determined solely by the speed with ball attribute, while defensive lateral movement, off-ball launches, and off-ball cuts are determined by a new attribute called agility. That's pretty cool. Takeovers. All right. NBA 2K25 introduces a brand new takeover system with 72 takeovers and 14 takeover abilities. Each takeover targets different attributes and has 5 levels, ranging from level 1 when you're just heating up to level 5 when you're red hot. As you excel on the court, your takeover meter fills up, gradually boosting the targeted attributes as you rise up the levels. This happens automatically, so you don't need to manually activate takeover, but if you make mistakes and produce bad plays on the court, your takeover meter will drop, okay? At level 5, you'll trigger a takeover ability that, when used efficiently, can make you the most dominant player on the court for a short period of time. Initially, you will only have access to levels 1 through 3. You will unlock levels 4 and 5 each by activating its previous level in 30 different games. Takeover level unlocks do carry over between saves. I believe this was changed by Zach Timmerman. I'm pretty sure he said that this was wrong in the Courtside Report, and it's 3 to 10 games. Not sure, but hey, we'll wait for the new game to come out. But this whole takeover system does sound really good. Each takeover has attribute requirements, and you'll be able to see which takeovers you have the potential to unlock within the MyPlayer Builder, as well as how each one's associated boost will impact your attributes. You can change your takeover at any time between games, selecting from any that you meet the attribute requirements for. You can change your takeover anytime between games, selecting any. Okay, that's interesting. Badges. Now we're gonna spend a good minute talking about badges because I got some things I want to air out here with this one. There are 40 skill badges in NBA 2K25, and similar to takeovers, each badge has a unique attribute requirement. When you're building your MyPlayer, you'll be able to see which badges you have the potential to unlock. These 40 badges are split across 2 tiers, so that's 2 instead of 4, determined by your MyPlayer's height. So your tier system is now, again, still based off of the MyPlayer height. I think they started that on 2K23, and it's kind of just gradually changed throughout the years. MyPlayer badges are progressed by activating each badge in games. This means badges you use the most will be earned more quickly, matching your playstyle on the court. This progression can only increase and does not drop even if you don't fire a badge off, so badge regression is gone. Tier 1 badges are the most powerful badges available to you, but are more difficult to progress compared to Tier 2 badges. You can also work on your badges in the team practice facility. Here's a full list of the new and changed badges. All right, fellas, we got a lot of badges to work with here. We're actually going to pull up a little document. All right, so here are all of the NBA 2K25 badges. This is it. There's only 40 badges. All right, so let's just go across the board. We'll start with the finishing. Aerial Wizard's the same. Float Game is the same. Hook Specialist is the same. Layup Mixmaster is a new badge which improves a player's ability to finish fancy or acrobatic layups successfully. So this sounds like a badge that combines spin cycle. Is it spin cycle? What's the spin layup badge called? I forget. Spin cycle, I believe it's called. You also get 2-step and acrobat all in one badge, I believe is what that's layup mixmaster badge is going to be. Paint Prodigy improves a player's ability to quickly and efficiently score while going to work in the paint. That just sounds like fast twitch, I believe. Maybe it's got some other qualities to it, but off the rip, that sounds like something that's like fast twitch. Physical Finisher improves the player's ability to battle through contact and convert contact layups. Okay, so bully, bulldozer type of badge. Post Fade Phenom is the same. Post Powerhouse. Now here's where the post-up badges get different. Post Powerhouse strengthens a player's ability at backing down defenders and moving them with drop steps. So that means this is basically back down Punisher and drop stepper in one badge, which is pretty cool. Next is Post-Up Poet. Raises the chances of faking or getting by the defender, as well as scoring when performing moves in the post. Now, I believe this badge is a combination of Dream Shake and Post Spin Technician, if I'm not mistaken. So any move that you do in the post has an increased fake out chance with this badge, and you also can move defenders out of the way when doing moves in the post, so post spins and stuff like that. Now, my thing is that these badges on like Hall of Fame level or Legendary level might be crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Posterizer is gonna be the exact same. Rise Up is the exact same. Now we gotta move on to shooting. Now, big thing for shooting. There's only 5 shooting badges. That's it. Only 5. There are no extra shooting badges. A lot of badges for shooting have been taken out of the game or moved into one badge. So let's get things started here. Deadeye. Jump shots taken with the defender closing out receive less of a penalty from shot contests. Now, you guys are probably wondering, where the hell is Blinders? Blinders is gone. It's now worked into Deadeye. So remember how Blinders and Deadeye used to be 2 separate badges? Now it is 1 badge, just called Deadeye. There's no longer Blinders, but the effects of Blinders are still in Deadeye. This has been confirmed by Wolf, who is a gameplay developer. Limitless Range is back in the game. It's the exact same. Mini Marksman is a new badge. It elevates the likelihood of making shots over taller defenders. So think of something along the lines of Mismatch Expert from 2K22. Set Shot Specialist is also a new badge. Boosts the chances of knocking down standstill jump shots. So think of like Claymore, Catch and Shoot, Corner Specialist. All those badges are probably thrown into Set Shot Specialist. Maybe like standstill shots, like when it comes to Agent 3s. I know it's technically off the dribble, but you're standing still when you shoot it. I don't know how they would quantify that. But then speaking of Agent 3s type of shots, Agent 3s is gone, and now there's just 1 badge called Shifty Shooter. Shifty Shooter improves a player's ability to successfully make off the dribble high difficulty jump shots. So this sounds like a badge that combines Agent 3s, MIDI Magician, and Space Creator all in 1 badge. Now, the interesting thing here is that since it's all in 1 badge that gets you basically MIDI Magician and Agent 3s in the same badge, can you get Shifty Shooter with your mid-range rating? I asked Zach Timmerman about it in the Discord Q&A. Haven't got an answer about it just yet, but obviously we're gonna get the builder eventually pretty soon. So Shifty Shooter sounds like a very, very interesting badge. It's basically just a badge for all of your off the dribble shots, all of your difficult shots, all in 1 badge. So if it's something that you could get with a high mid-range shot, that's gonna be really good for like the stretch bigs, for the tall shooters that can still get a high midi. But I think Shifty Shooter is gonna be a really good badge. I did get an answer from Zach Timmerman about one thing with Shifty Shooter. Shifty Shooter is height capped to build 6'11" and shorter. So we were able to get that clarification. So just a heads up, all my stretch bigs, all my KD builds, they gonna be 6'11", no taller than that, because I need my Shifty Shooter, because now we can't get things like MIDI Magician on taller heights than 6'11", basically. MIDI Magician is gone. It's baked into Shifty Shooter, but Shifty Shooter's height capped to 6'11" and under. So that's unfortunate. I was a little bit upset about that, but I think we'll be fine for the most part. Now, a very, very interesting thing here. Rebounding is its own separate category in the MyPlayer Builder, and it's its own separate category when it comes to badges. There's no new badges. It's just Box Out Beast and Rebound Chaser, so we won't spend too much time on that. But now the playmaking. I haven't really spent a whole lot of time about the playmaking. I was really just spending a whole lot of time on the shooting aspect of things, because you know me, man. I like shooting the ball. Playmaking, we got Ankle Assassin. Increases the ability to break down the defender or cross them up. So ankle breaker, basically, or like tight handles or stuff like that. Bailout, you know, pretty similar badge. Break Starter, similar badge. Dimer, handles for days. These are all new. Lightning Launch is a brand new badge. Speeds up the launches when attacking from the perimeter. So think of Speed Booster, a quick first step, that type of badge. Hey man, Speed Booster is a one and done badge. That's crazy. Strong Handle reduces the likelihood of being bothered by defenders when dribbling. I'm pretty sure that is the exact description for physical handles. That might just be physical handles, but with just a new name and a new badge icon. Unpluckable. Versatile Visionary is a new one. Improves a player's ability to thread and fit tight passes, including alley-oops, quickly and on time. So this sounds like some sort of like flashy passing badge maybe at the same time, while also maybe it also has some aspects of touch passer. I don't know too much about Versatile Visionary just yet, but it sounds like a pretty cool badge. Now lastly, we got defense. Actually, not lastly, but last of the main categories, we got defense. Challenger's the same, gloves the same. High Flying Denier is the new chase down artist. Boosts the speed and leaping ability of a defensive player in anticipation of a block attempt. And then we got a movable enforcer back. Interceptor's back, all great, cool. Off-ball pest is back. On-ball menace is a new badge, which hounds and bodies up offensive players while defending them on the perimeter. And then big thing here, we got paint patroller now instead of anchor. This is the new rim protecting badge. Increases a player's ability to block or contest shots at the rim. Pick dodger's back. Post move lockdown is back. And for general offense, brick wall is back. Slippery off ball is back. I'm thinking that since there is no spot finder badge, the spot finder might be baked into slippery off ball as well. Not 100% sure about that. And then we got pogo stick. I don't know why pogo stick is still in the game, because I genuinely do not know what it does. But that is all of the MyPlayer badges. That is all 40 of them. I do gotta say, it is very interesting that there is only 5 shooting badges. If you guys are wondering, it was confirmed in a Discord post. Again, like I mentioned earlier, a lot of the badges are baked into it. So now Deadeye is Blinders and Deadeye from last year. Shifty Shooter is Agent 3s, MIDI Magician all put together. But badges like Green Machine are gone. There are no green machine type of badges in this year's game. The set shot specialist, shifty shooter, they don't have the green machine effects. Green machine as a badge itself is officially gone on NBA 2K25. I know a couple of people that are upset about that, but it is what it is. I think that is it for the badges. All right, so now we got to move on to badge perks. There are 3 new badge perks that can modify progression of individual badges. Each perk has 2 slots available to unlock, one for tier 1 badges and another for tier 2 badges. Now this first one has got me really excited. Max +1. Boost a badge 1 level above its max potential. You must progress a badge to its max potential before equipping this perk. These are unlocked at level 15 for tier 2 badges and level 30 for tier 1 badges in each season. At the end of the season, your badges equipped with max +1 will revert to their original level. And the big thing is that if you could still buy level 40, then can't you just get these like day 1 of the season? But that's a totally separate conversation. But now basically they're saying, hey, you could boost your badges 1 level higher above its max potential. So I know one of my first builds is going to be a 6'11 stretch big with like shifty shooter on like whatever the max rating is. But like, let's say with a 6'11 stretch big that gets like a 90+ midi, I can get shifty shooter on Hall of Fame already, right? Does that mean I could get shifty shooter on legendary on a stretch big? Like that'd be crazy. I don't know if that's possible. We don't know if you can actually get shifty shooter with just your mid-range shot. I hope you can, because then it would be really hard to get shifty shooter on higher levels on taller builds. But could you imagine a shifty shooter build on legendary on a 6'11 stretch big? And then you can combine that with like other badges. Like let's say we don't do shifty shooter, we do limitless range. We can get limitless range 1 tier higher. Like this could be absolutely insane. Maybe what's the like new spot up standstill badge? Get that on a higher tier, get that to legendary. Like this could be absolutely insane. Obviously you only get 1 per tier and the tier system is based upon your height, but I'm pretty sure on like taller players those badges are usually cheaper. So like let's say usually on taller builds like blinders will be like a tier 2 badge instead of a tier 1. So maybe on like a 6'11 like Deadeye's like a tier 2 or limitless range is a tier 2. That would be crazy. I doubt limitless would be a tier 2. Maybe shifty shooter is a tier 2 on a 6'11 and you could get shifty shooter on legendary with a tier 2, and then with your tier 1 you could put Deadeye on Hall of Fame or Deadeye on legendary. Like this could be absolutely insane. I'm just saying that the build possibilities like for like the specialist type of builds might be crazy. Participation. Badges equipped with this perk earn a flat base amount of progression each game regardless of how many times they are activated. Okay. And then synergy. Badges equipped with this perk will receive progression when your teammates earn progression using the same badge. Gotcha. Participation, synergy, and overdrive returning for 2K24 are earned through rotating season rewards. Okay, so these are going to rotate. Max +1 is every season though. Or yeah, every season. Performance multipliers. Max applies your badges in NBA 2K25 by taking advantage of performance multipliers. These in-game boosts can take your game to another level, but you'll need to earn them separately via quests. All right, up for the challenge. Games played against tough opponents. Boost badge progression. Okay, so this is the performance multipliers from last year. Badge elevators. New in NBA 2K25, badge elevators can permanently boost an individual badge of your choice up to 3 levels within its max potential. For example, if your badge is currently a bronze but a max potential of legend, it can now be immediately boosted up 3 levels from bronze, silver, gold to Hall of Fame. These will be available to unlock throughout your season level rewards. Badge elevators earned in seasons 1 through 4 can boost your badges up 2 levels, and those earned in seasons 5 through 8 can boost your badges up 3 levels. Okay, so the ones that you get later on in the year are going to be way better than the ones for the beginning. Cap breakers. Now this was a big thing, a very exciting thing that does need a lot of clarification. We're going to get into this right now. Last but not least, we are excited to introduce cap breakers on NBA 2K25. We saw community feedback that players wanted a way to not only increase attribute ratings above their max potential caps set at build creation, but also to have those ratings contribute towards animation, badge, and takeover attribute requirements. That's exactly what cap breakers do. For example, let's say your ball handle attribute maxed out at an 85. You can apply 2 cap breakers to play with an 87 ball handle rating and also unlock access to any animations, badges, or takeovers that require an 87 ball handle. There's a few restrictions to ensure a balanced gameplay experience. Now, this is the big part that some people, including myself, skipped over earlier on. Each attribute can be increased a maximum of +5 above its cap. You can use a cap breaker on an attribute up to its max potential rating, allowed by your player build's height, weight, and wingspan, which is shown in the MyPlayer Builder while allocating your attribute potential. You must progress an attribute to its max potential rating before applying a cap breaker. There are a total of 15 total cap breakers available to earn through rep rewards, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so you cannot, right? Let's say the max three-pointer on, like, let's just stick with the 6'11 that we've been talking about. Let's say the max three-pointer on a 6'11 is an 85, right? That does not mean you can then bump it up to a 90 because that takes you past the limits of the build that you can make in the builder. But what you can do is you can then say, all right, I'm gonna just upgrade my three-point to an 80 in the builder. But like I still have the height, weight, wingspan to make a build that gets an 85-3, but I'm just gonna upgrade it to an 80, use my cap breakers to get it to an 85 afterwards. So I could see this being really good for players that are trying to get like 99 ratings. So for example, if you want to get like, I was already thinking about this for the Wemby build that I'll eventually be making. I want to make a Wemby build that gets 99 block or whatever you need, paint protector, I believe it's called, or paint patrol on legendary, whatever you need for that. I'm gonna make sure that in the builder I could still get it, but I'm only gonna upgrade it to, let's just say it's a 99 for paint patroller on legendary. I'm only gonna upgrade my block to a 94, take those +5 cap breakers, throw it on there afterwards, because you know that type of stuff can be very expensive later on. So I think this will be really good to make like specialist builds like really good, but then still have things that you could throw into other aspects of the build afterwards, so they're a little bit more well-rounded. Same thing with like another good example would be like a 99 three-pointer. Let's say your build's height and wingspan could get a 99-3, but you're not going to upgrade it all the way to that in the builder. So let's say you upgrade it to a 94, right? And then you just put the +5 cap breakers on it afterwards to get it all the way up to a 99. You get 99-3 on a build that originally only had a 94, and then you still get to allocate those attributes to other places in the build that you didn't have to spend to get that up to a 99. That could be crazy. So I think the builders this year are going to be way more overpowered than NBA 2K24. It might almost rise to the levels of like an NBA 2K22 next gen type of build system. I'm not gonna lie, especially the small guards. Seeing that mini marksman badge come back, which is literally mismatch expert from 22. I'm getting 2K22 next gen vibes from this MyPlayer Builder, which is very, very interesting. But that is actually going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this little MyPlayer, My Career Builder breakdown. But yeah, that's it, man. Peace.